Well, in case you didn't know, there's a little indie movie about to come out in a few weeks, sometime in October. It's called In the Fire. And it's, of course, starring everyone's favorite public celebrity, Miss A.H. And she will be back in the limelight again for a minute. So you've got this little film coming out. It's not doing well worldwide, at least from what I've seen. I watched a video by Umbrella Guy not that long ago. I guess this movie only made like 300 euros or something in some country. No one's interested in this movie. You wouldn't know that, though, if you checked out the headlines. Look at this from the Hollywood Reporter. Heard battles demons in comeback film in the Fire trailer. So apparently she's allowed to move on and come back into the limelight, but Depp isn't. And it's really funny if you check out these headlines. Like, look at the simping for this movie. A.H. makes her acting return. Rumored final film drops. See her defend the devil. Like, all these, like, headlines pretty much promoting her being in the film. And it's funny, when you see something with Depp, it's always negative. With her, they try to spin it as a positive. Well, let's see him spin this. This is really funny. You know, she's got another movie coming out this year, Aquaman 2. What is it called? Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I have no intentions to see this film. Even though I like Jason Momoa, I don't want to support anything that she's in. I don't even want to watch it for free. No interest in ever seeing anything with her in it again. But there's always been rumors that he is not a fan of her. I remember when the trial was going down, he unfollowed her and followed Depp, which was pretty interesting. And it makes me think that this information in this article is true. Because apparently when they were filming Aquaman 1, I'm going to guess it's Aquaman 1. Maybe it's 2. They're not very clear here. But apparently Momoa would dress up as Johnny Depp to, quote-unquote, torment her. This comes from her therapist notes, apparently, that were unsealed. So in her notes, she talks about how Momoa would try to torture her by dressing up as Depp on set, which you have to admit is pretty funny. I don't think he likes her. They didn't have very good chemistry in the movie. I mean, that was admitted by Walter Hamada. That's who did that little Zoom call, if I remember correctly, when the trial was going on, and he said that himself. Said it himself. There was no chemistry. We had to do a lot of post-production to make that work. I don't think he liked her. I mean, why? She's ruined any success of the second one doing well. It's definitely going to affect that movie's box office. 100%. You cannot ignore the millions of people that signed that petition to get her fired from that movie. And in their arrogance, they went ahead and said, nah, we're going to go ahead and keep her. I guarantee you Jason Momoa behind closed doors was like, you got to get rid of her. And they told him no. But it's okay. He's obviously going to come back as Lobo. So his career in the DC universe is still going to thrive. Her, no, she won't be back. He'll be back as Lobo, though, 100%. That's really obvious at this point. Probably done as Aquaman, but he'll be back as Lobo. And that's a much better role for him. He looks like Lobo, which would be perfect casting, in my opinion. But move over to this other article, and because it's got a little bit better coverage on this, talking about how apparently he tortured her on set, and James Wan didn't want her back either. I don't know how much I believe that, because a lot of sources were saying that Wan was the one that insisted on her coming back. But then again, I'm not too sure. It's hard to know what we should believe and what we shouldn't believe. But the note suggests that both Momoa and Wan wanted her replaced. ultimately removed from the role. Although that didn't happen, the note also claims that Momoa made life on set torture for Heard, as he often dressed as Johnny Depp to get a rise from the actress, which is pretty damn funny. Pretty damn funny, I gotta say. So, yeah, I am very, very excited about this movie's release. I can't wait to see what it does at the box office, because DC's already had so many flops. There's no reason to think this one is going to do good, though Momoa does put thirsty girls in seats, so who knows? I don't think it's going to be a success, though. I think it's going to be another DC flop. Even if the other ones didn't flop, I think this one will because of her. So we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.